Hi friends, Magus Supreme here, back from the dead, and coming to you guys with a reading, a pick a card reading. Obviously it's been a while since I've actually got on here and actually did a reading. And honestly, it's from circumstances that were outside of my control, but I'm here, I'm back, and I'm ready to get back into this thing. The signs were all there, so here I am. So for today's reading, since it's like my first one back in a while, I decided to just like do something super simple, sweet, and uplifting. So today's video will be encouraging and uplifting messages of love for you. Um, Pretty sure this could be like maybe spirit guide messages or something like that. But I'll let you guys decide where you think the message is from. Fact of the matter is, this the reading. Ooh, I am rusty. Well, either way, moving back into this, we'll get started with pile selection. So I have 4 piles here, and the way that this is going to go is you guys are going to pick a card. So for pile 1, we have the sleeper. If you want to know the name of the cards or the name of this deck, just leave a comment and I will gladly inform you, because these cards are beautiful and I've been looking for these for quite a while. So for pile 2, we have the Orator. For pile 3, we have the Pathless. And for pile 4, we have the Warrior. So take the time out to figure out which one of these archetypes, which one of the cards really call to you, speaks to you, makes your soul does the happy dance. And then once you figure out which pile is yours, I have timestamps in the description. Yes, they'll be in the description of this video. And you can go ahead and skip to the pile that's yours or watch it all the way through. It's all up to you. And I'll let you guys handle that from here. So, getting into the reading, we will be starting with pile 1. So if you've chosen the sleeper, then this message is for you. So the way that I set this up, and this card will come into play, pile 1, but I'm going to put it to the side for now. I'll read it at the end. So the way that I set this reading up is I asked, hopefully I'm not saying it all ghetto, I asked, whatever, the spirit guides, angels, beings of love and light who are working for your highest good. I asked them what was the message of encouragement or love that you guys need. If this card came out in reverse, it'd be like more of a message of love, like, okay, you need a little bit of love, a little bit of sweetness here. If it's upright, it's encouragement. And you guys have poised, upright. So that means that this is encouragement. So with the poised card coming out, this is so cool. Like, this is one of the best cards that I like in this deck. It means that whatever is happening right now, like, you are ready and you are prepared for it. If there's something that if maybe one of the things you need encouragement is saying like, oh, I don't know if it's time for me to do this. I don't know if I'm ready to do this, that, or the other. Because remember that this is a general reading, so this could apply to a plethora of things for many different people. But if you pick pile 1, the question here is like pretty much like, am I ready, or is it time? Can I really do this? Like, can I really meet these demands? And the answer here is a resounding yes. You are ready. You can do it. Go forward. So I got some tarot cards here in order to like give me a little bit more of clarity around the situation. And this was just super funny to me because I just feel like with this poise card, the reason why you need encouragement is because it's like a conflict within yourself between two halves of yourself. That's really like the big problem here. So for the first card, we have the Queen of Cups, which is about your ingenuity, your compassion, your intuition, creativity. Um, it's bisected by the Seven of Swords, and it's cutting it off from the Queen of Pentacles, which is the queen that can actually like put things into action, that's like stable, loving, secure. What I'm really getting here with the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles is that you are ready for something. Like there is something that you really want to achieve, something that you really want done, but there might have been like something here, like an event, because the Seven of Swords is all about theft, dishonesty. The Seven of Swords is a very nasty card to see. And the fact that it came out right in the middle of your spread, separating the two queens, really tells me like there is a war, or maybe there was like a battle between two parts of yourself that you really can't reconcile. The part of you that like might be a little bit more physical, like maybe like the mother side of you or things like that, with the intuitive, or like the creative, or turning your creative ideas into something that's more physical and monetary. The fact of the matter is here with the Seven of Swords in the middle, either someone lied to you or you're lying to yourself, like pile one. There's something here that's trying to tell you that these two can't connect, that these two can't reach a harmony, but because you have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is about really trying to bring your two halves together. This is exactly what you need, and exactly what you're being encouraged to do. But the Seven of Swords here lets me know like there was something here that kind of robbed you of the ability to do this, kind of robbed you of your confidence in your ability to marry the two sides of yourself here. Yeah, that's really strongly what I'm getting here. There was an event or something that happened that was very hurtful for you, that caused you to not really reconcile it's causing you to have this disconnect between the two. Maybe you stepped out before and you tried to like maybe, I'm seeing someone like a creative, like really trying to pitch their ideas or something like that, and they kind of maybe you flubbed it. Like maybe you tried to do this before and it didn't go so well, maybe because it was something that you did. And I say that because of the card that I'm going to get into later. Maybe it was something that you did like that wasn't really good. And I keep hearing "Here Comes a Thought," that the Steven Universe song. Because maybe it was something that you said, maybe something that you did that wasn't so graceful, or wasn't so that wasn't like exactly the right thing to say or do in that moment. Maybe more of an embarrassing moment. And it kind of is making me feel like that whatever it is that you're really trying to do or that you really want to achieve or bring in, you don't feel like you're ready, but your spirit guides here are telling you that you are in fact ready, that you can do this, like you can do this. But you're letting maybe a past experience keep you from marrying your two energies together again, for allowing your creative and your more material side to come together and bring something in. To manifest this thing is what I'm hearing. You're having a problem with believing that you can manifest this thing. But your spirit guides are telling you that you can do it. Don't let the past don't let the past keep you from actually moving towards your future, Power One. There is something that you did, and I'm really feeling like this is the Seven of Swords. Usually is like an outside force coming in, stealing or betraying you, but I really feel like this is you to yourself. Like I can't shake the feeling, Power One, that this is all about you and your personal feelings and your deep feelings about yourself and your confidence to do and to achieve. You can do it. I'm gonna keep saying it because that's the theme of your reading, Power One. You can do it. You really, really can. And whatever happened in the past, you can't allow that to hold you down or think or allow you to fall into the trap of thinking that this is all that's ever going to happen. That's all that will be, because that's a falsehood. That's a lie. You can marry these two energies together. You're intuitive and you're more materialistic, or like, I keep hearing money getting side, like the side of you that actually wants to achieve material success. You can bring those two together and they can find like harmony inside you and find expression, most importantly, find expression inside and outside of you. But you're letting something hold you back, or something drive a wedge between these two energies. And I think it's something from the past or something that you did. The reason why I say that is because the card that you chose here, Pile 1, the Sleeper, it says here cause and effect and clarity. When you actually read the Sleeper card, it says something about like having to own up to past actions. It's a lot. This card, mind you, this is a brand new deck for me. This is the first reading I'm doing with them. So I might not be able to articulate it too clearly or too effectively, but the essential meaning of the Sleeper card is that you can't let the past hold you back. Yeah, there was something that you did like in the past and you paid for those actions. You know, you're dealing with the consequences. But the fact of the matter is it's time for you to learn. You know that your actions have consequences, that your actions can like cause repercussions. You see it, you acknowledge it, and you're owning up to it. Because like I said, Pile 1, I really think that whatever happened that drove this wedge between this energy is something that you caused. It's something that you did. And yeah, that might be hard to hear. And a lot of people don't like hearing something like, oh, well, you know, it's kind of your fault. You know, it's kind of your fault. You know, you just got to own up to it and suck it up. Whatever happened last time that's keeping you from bringing these two energies together it's all on you. But the fact of the matter is that now that you made that mistake, you don't have to make it again. Like you can learn from it. You can do things differently this time. And this is exactly what the Poise card is here to tell you, that you're ready. If this is something that you really, honestly, truly want, and it's something that you really want to bring into fruition, just know that you're stepping out of your own way. Like you can do it. Now is the perfect time to get started and start moving on to whatever it is. Pile 1. You just have to really keep the past in mind, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did before, Pile 1. You're ready to manifest whatever this thing is that you're trying to do. Again, it's different from everyone. This is a general reading, but the main message here is you're ready. So don't allow yourself to feel down, to beat yourself up over the past, or don't allow this wedge to stay between your intuitive side and your more grounded material self. You can bring the two together. You can actually have them come together in perfect harmony. The energy is here with the Two of Cups. Like, you can do this. You have the potential. Only thing you have to do is just get out of your own head and get out of your own way. Don't allow your negative thoughts to continue to influence you. Now it's the time for clarity. And now you see clearly what you made a mistake in the past. Now you won't be making it again. And if you're afraid that you will, just know that you won't, because you don't want to have to go through this whole feeling again, Pile 1. You got it. I believe in you, and your spirit guides believe in you, which is the most important part. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself. So that was your quick little reading, Pile 1. Thank you so much for your time and energy. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a comment down below. Thank you for your time and energy, Pile 1, and please be blessed. Bye. If you've chosen Pile 2, the Orator, then this reading is for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this card that you chose to the side, because it's going to come into play a little bit later in your reading. So for this reading, Pile 2, I ask your spirit guides, your ancestors, beings of love and light who guide you, whatever you want to call them, what message of encouragement or love do they have for you? If this card is upright, it's a message of encouragement. If in reverse, it's a message of love and support. But you got exchanging gifts upright. So this is a very interesting card, and it's a card that I think is very practical in its expression. Since you have the exchanging gifts upright, this is letting me know that if there's like a job or maybe an opportunity or something that you want to go for, you should go for it. But you should really realize that this isn't something that's just going to be handed to you. Pile 2. You're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to show that you have the skills, that you have the knowledge, that you have the ability to succeed or to thrive in this position, this role. Even though there's a dancer here, I keep seeing like an actor going up for a role or something like that. So if you're like a creative, or if you're like an actor and you've been really wondering like, hey, can I really go out here? Can I really do this? Can I really go for this role that I want? The answer is yes. It's out there for you and you can do it, but you got to make sure that your skills are up to par. This is exactly what the Changing Gifts is telling you. But it's telling you here that it's out there for you. You can have it. I'm gonna read the card. I'm gonna read the card meaning for you because I feel like I need to do this. You're entering into a productive and enriching time where all manners of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet, in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the values others bring to your life. This is definitely here to let you know, pal 2, that whatever it is that you want, you can have it and you can do it. But make sure that you're not just doing all the time. This is about other people coming in and helping you. You exchanging your time, your service, and your skills and getting something back. If you're someone that's always doing for other people but no one does for you, then it's time to cut it out. Go actually do for people who can and will give back for you. And again, this is a time of opportunities coming your way, pal 2. Again, I seen that actor going out for roles and having so many things like come their way. But you have to believe that you have the skills to pay the bills. And you actually need to have the skills to pay the bills and not just believe that you do. So whatever it is that you want, pal 2, make sure that you stay dedicated, that you stay committed, and that you stay focused. Put in the time, the work, and the energy to the things that you really want and to the goal that you want. Because it's not just going to fall into your lap, pal 2. It's really not. You got to put in the work and the energy. So let's get into the tarot cards. That's going to like really give me a little bit more of a little bit more of an explanation around here. So the first card that I pulled for you was the Ten of Cups. Now the Ten of Cups is like one of the happiest like non-major arcana cards you can get. The Ten of Cups is about completion, fulfillment, and not just like fulfillment of yourself or reaching a golden dream. This is like having like the wife, the kids, and all that stuff. With this Ten of Cups here, I think that this is like your goal here. You want to have an enriching and fulfilling life. You want that perfect happiness. And what the exchange and gift card is telling you is that you can have that perfect happiness. You can have that life. But you got to put in the time, the energy, and the work for it. And you also got to make sure that you're spending your time and your energy wisely. Again, that you're not just doing for people who won't do back for you. That if you're giving love to someone, that they're giving it back to you. Like, you know, if you're doing acts of service for someone and courting someone, that they're actually trying to court you too. Oftentimes we fall into that trap of just doing for someone. And hopefully one day they'll give us a crumb of affection, a crumb of attention. No. You need to spend the time into the people who's spending and investing into you. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest bit of encouragement that we got here. The next card that we had is the Knight of Wands, which lets me know like you need to be, there's that determination that's coming in. You need to pursue whatever it is that you want, and you need to do it like almost with reckless abandon. The Knight of Wands just goes. And even though this isn't the time to like do, you need to kind of still have that do energy. Don't allow your energy to peter out or anything like that. Just make sure that you're spending your energy and your time and your skills a little bit more wisely. The Six of Swords is here to tell me that there is a transitioning, that there is a change that's about to happen, or that is happening for you. Pow 2. The Six of Swords is all about going from a time where there might not be so much, or like maybe a more of a darker time, into a more happier or peaceful time. The Six of Swords is all about transitions, and it's something that, and then the sixes in general is something that, I find pretty decent in tarot. The number 666 gets a bad rap, but it's really all about transition, about the time of going from like maybe time of darkness, times of like sadness into something that's more sweet and more beautiful. So if you've been seeing a lot of sixes, don't start thinking anything crazy. It's just like, it's time, pile two. It's time. The Six of Swords is here to tell me that, you're ready for this transition. Like, I really feel like deep down, you're ready for a change. And the Six of Swords is here to tell you, like, there will be a change. Like, once this happiness that you want and that you're pursuing, you're making your way there. You're on that journey. You're on the right path, pile two. You just need to make sure that you're not burning yourself out. Or you need to make sure that you gather the courage here, pile two, to gather the courage that you need to go for those things, to not keep yourself small, to really believe that you can have it, and that, again, you have the skills to pay the bills. That's what's key. That's what comes out to me every time I hear this card and see this card, that you have the skills to pay the bills. Believe in yourself and believe that you do, and if you don't believe that you do, you can always work on it with the Eight of Pentacles here. The Eight of Pentacles is that card of, like, as you can see, this guy is dedicated. Like, his clothes is like ripping from his back. He's worn down and ragged, but he is focused on making these damn pentacles, okay? He is focused on it. And that's the energy that you need to have here, that you need to have the single-minded determination to achieve whatever it is that you really want. Again, I'm keep seeing like an actor or something. Like, you need to be hungry for it. Pile two. You need to have that hunger, that drive, that want to succeed. This is heavy masculine energy. You need to have that hunger to succeed. And you need to have the dedication to continue to hone your craft or to improve upon your work or skill up. If this is about wanting a promotion, like maybe take some classes, try to skill up. Do whatever it is that you need to do to stay focused and determined on that goal and to steady rack up those accolades, that the feathers in your cap is what I'm hearing. I keep going back to being an actor. I don't know. But if it's something that you want, you need to put the time, work, and dedication into your craft. Don't be afraid to go to workshops or take classes or do whatever it is that you need to do to skill up so that you can have the skills to pay those bills if you don't think that you already have it. But the fact of the matter is what you wants you to, pile two. And in order for you to get it, you need to walk it and talk it. Now, finally, the last card that you have here is the Orator. Now, the Orator is your bit of advice here. So bear with me because this is like a brand new deck for me. But with the Orator here, it's about communication and confidence, which is funny because your whole reading, pile two, was very synchronicitous. This is about you being able to communicate with confidence what you want. The Orator itself, it speaks of someone who is like so awesome on stage. Like, if you give the Orator a script, they're going to have the audience in the palm of their hands. But the fact of the matter is without a script, the Orator kind of trips over their words and they don't know what they want. This is about like really making sure, pile two, your advice here is that if you have a hard time even thinking that you're worthy of what it is that you want, or even just like expressing yourself or making your voice heard, don't be afraid of like actually practicing and rehearsing, getting speaking and things like that. Like, if you want a promotion, you have the skills to pay the bills, but you're just so afraid to ask your boss, don't be afraid to write a script of what it is that you're going to say or what it is that you want. The Orator card here is all about saying what you want with confidence. And if you're not really like a whole freestyler, if confidence isn't something that's actually natural to you, you can practice confidence. You can act confidence. And this is what the Orator card, the advice that the Orator card is giving you. Don't be afraid to write a script, if you have to. Really make sure that what you want in mind or the things that you want, you're able to like actually voice. And if you have a hard time voicing your opinion, or if you feel like you're taking up space, which is something, a new age thing, but I feel like some people in this pile might actually get it. Because there's like two different types of people in this pile. Those who like are confident and like know they got it, and those who are a little bit more meek and mild. And for those who are a little bit more meek, but you have the skills, don't be afraid to stand up and to be confident in saying what you want. And if you have a hard time with confidence, pile too, don't be afraid to practice, write a script, and to say that script. Especially if you're not the most if oral communication isn't like your strong suit, you tend to stutter, you tend to, give little signs that betray confidence. Don't be afraid to write a script and practice it and make sure that you get it down, pal, too. But yeah, overall, if you got the skills to walk your talk, go ahead and go for whatever it is that you want. Because what you want wants you to. You just gotta be confident, determined, and focused on reaching that goal and reaching that point. Because you can do it, pal, too. You really, really can. But you gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta believe that you can do it. So that's your reading, pal, too. Thank you so much for your time and energy. If you enjoyed this reading, leave a comment down below. Yeah. So thank you, pal, too. Thank you for your time and energy, and be blessed. Bye. If you've chosen pile 3, the Pathless, then this reading is for you. I'll put your card to the side because this is going to come into play later, pile 3. So, pile 3. The way that this reading works is that I ask your spirit guides, beings of love and light, whatever you want to call them, I ask them for a message of encouragement or for a message of love. If this card is upright, it's a message of encouragement. And if it's reversed, it's a message of love. But here you have here and now and the upright. So the here and now is encouraging you to be in a present moment, pile 3. It's encouraging you to not really think too hard about the past or the future, but worry about what it is that you can handle now. This is also the card to really just tell you that you need to take a deep breath, pile 3, to take a woo-sigh, ground yourself in a moment, touch grass. I'm thinking of that what Will Smith told his son in After Earth. A lot of people hate After Earth. Not a lot of people don't like the movie. I love it, but his son was in a brand new situation, and he was having bad anxiety problems. I'm not going to get into the whole plot of the movie or yada yada yada, but he was having a moment of really bad anxiety. So in order for him to really get him to focus and to calm down, he had to tell him stop, take a deep breath, get a hold of yourself, stop and touch the ground beneath your feet. Feel what's happening. You are here and you are present in the moment. And this is what I'm getting for you right now, pile 3. Whatever it is that is going on, you just need to stop and ground yourself in the present moment. And this is what you're being encouraged to do, is to just ground yourself. Stop thinking, stop trying to rush off into the future. Stop overthinking the past. Just take a chill pill, take a deep breath, and focus on the here and now. So let's get into your tarot cards and see what comes out here. Because your reading was actually pretty interesting, pile 3. So the first card that we had was the 7 Pentacles in reverse. Now the 7 Pentacles upright is all about planting the seeds, being patient, waiting for the harvest, making the right moves to set yourself up for the future. But in the reverse, the 7 of Pentacles can either be about being too lazy or something like that, but that's not the energy that I'm getting here. And I say that because your advice card, and we'll get into that in a little bit later part of the reading. So the other meaning of the 7 Pentacles in reverse is all about being impulsive, making decisions that aren't really the best, rushing into some decisions and being indecisive on others, and that lack of consistency here. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse is telling me that that's your problem here. Impulsivity and indecision, and alternating between the two, which is why it's important for you to ground yourself in the moment, to take a chill pill, take a break, and to be in the present moment and think about what it is that you need to do right now, and not what's going to be good for the future, what's going to be good for the past. What is good for right now? What do you need right now? And that's what I'm getting with the Seven of Pentacles here, opening up your Seven of Pentacles in reverse, opening up your reading. There's a need here to ground and to exercise caution and to think a little bit more before you start making decisions. You have the Knight of Pentacles here, and the Knight of Pentacles is very, very slow energy. I'm thinking, Pile 3, that you need to slow down with your decision-making processes and the decisions that you make. You need to be a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more slow. And that's the energy of the here and now. It's almost like a snail's pace, a standstill. You could be making too many decisions too fast, or, thinking too much. Again, because that's this thing between being indecisive and being impulsive. It's like that energy here. Like, it's never really it's never really the right decision. It's always something something not right here. But you're being encouraged, Pile 3. Like, in order to help fix this problem, you just need to touch grass, take a break, and really just breathe deep and calm down, Pile 3. Calm down. Like, even as I'm doing this reading, I just feel my energy ramping and ramping and ramping, and I gotta take a deep breath and calm down. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow energy, but is always moving towards its goal. The Knight of Pentacles moves check to see if there's pebbles in the way of his horse. It gets off the horse, remove those pebbles, remove those obstacles. Takes time to smell the flowers, to feed his horse, make sure everything is okay. The Knight of Pentacles is on a slow but measured journey. And that's exactly what's happening here. You might want things to move faster than what they're really meant to, Pile 3. And that's why you're so impulsive, so stuck on making these decisions and don't know what's what. It's because you might be wanting things to move faster than what they're really meant to. And the Knight of Pentacles is here to remind you to slow down. That, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey a little bit more. Like, enjoy your present moment a little bit more, Pile 3, before you start trying to plan for the future or jump into the next thing. Take time to enjoy where you are and to appreciate where you are first. And take time to plan. Because you got the Two of Wands here coming right after the Knight of Pentacles. The Two of Wands is all about planning. Once you get that idea and that inspiration on what you want, the next thing you need to do is craft the battle plan or the plan and a roadmap to achieve it. And the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands both support that energy of being slow, planning, and taking your time. There's something here that you really need to understand and realize is that, again, you might want your journey to be a lot faster than what it really is meant to be. Life is, a lot of people keep saying that life is short, but life is really long, okay? There's so many days that pass by with absolutely nothing happening. There's so many what I call filler episodes in life where, things are just really cool, a little slice of life stuff. A lot of anime references. I don't have too many people on my channel that watch anime or even understand it, but it's my frame of reference. There's so many filler episodes in life. And you really need to come to appreciate and really enjoy filler episodes where nothing is happening, where it's just peace or a little bit of goofiness or a little bit of silliness in life. You need to enjoy those moments and you need to really treasure them and really make sure that you're grounded in those moments, because these filler episodes, that's real life. That's real life too, where nothing is happening, where there's no present chaos or the big problem. It's just in the background for now. You really just need to make sure that you take the time to plan and to move towards what you want and just enjoy your journey of life, Pile 3. Honestly, truly, you need to make sure that you take the time to enjoy it. Because your bottom deck card is the Five of Swords, the card of defeat. Mentally, your ideas is what's really just your mind is what's really subduing you right now in Pile 5. I'm going to say that right here. I'm Pile 5, Pile 3. Your mind is what's subduing you. You're overactive, overthinking, and you're in contention. with life and the pacing of life. And you're not going to win that fight, Pile 3. I'm going to tell you right here, right now, you're not going to win that fight. So the best thing you can do right now is just admit defeat. Things aren't going to move on your time or in the timing that you want them to, Pile 3. It's time to surrender, give up to life, and just take things a little bit more slowly. Stop trying to jump from plot point to plot point, and spend more time appreciating and enjoying the filler. For some reason, I feel like I need to grab you a chakra wisdom card too. So I'll grab one of those before we get into your advice. So let's see what's really want to come out for the chakra wisdom. Vanity and Scott Quest, which is funny. Both of these cards are shit. It's been so long since I actually done this. I know I'm rusty. Because I know this. The blue cards are pretty much for the throat chakra or something like that. You know what? I'll refresh my memory, Pile 3. I'm sorry. I won't even get up here and start bumbling my way through this. But I know for a fact that the Quest card is exactly what we were talking about with the taking things step by step. Only going like one step at a time will everything truly be revealed to you. And that fits exactly what we're talking about. But the Vanity card, I think it has something to do about being careful what you ask for. Let me see. Find your way of expressing yourself, communication. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra, personal leadership, and redefine beliefs that no longer serve you. Yeah. How you relate to the world in all manners of self-expression. The tenuous balance between what is true in our heart and what we communicate is reflected. Are you living and communicating the truth or just playing along? This may be a time of awakening new and be aware of the distractions, communication, and allowing us to discover the truth. Nope. That means I need to go here. And I'll read the legend. Crystal, Peter, and Mike are at a party in Mike's posh home. Toasting success in their business, a mysterious old man appears and asks them whether they prefer gluttony or generosity. Puzzled, none of them answers. He reminds them that more does not mean better, and they laugh. Suddenly, they are alone, far from the party and rising water. We're getting more, cries Peter. Rain falls and water rises faster. Play, shouts Crystal. We must do well with what we have. As they begin to have fun in the water, the rain stops. Exactly. I knew there was a reason why this card came out. Remember when I said about actually enjoying what you have, being in a present moment, stop trying to strive for stop trying to move your life along? Here it is. This is exactly what the Vanity card is telling you. Do you want to be careful what you ask for? Do you want to keep adding more and more and more onto your plate, Pile 3? Because so far it hasn't been working out for you. You've been sort of drowning in things it really hasn't been working out. Like the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is all about feeling like you're investing your energy into the wrong things. Like you're putting a lot of time and effort into something that's not yielding the fruit that it's supposed to. And this Vanity card is coming out to ask you, do you want to keep doing this or do you want to take time to play and enjoy? Are you feeling the key ideas here is really just making sure that that you really understand that, always having more or constantly trying to strive and achieve, even though that's the thing that life tries to force on us, is not a sustainable way of living for people. You need to take the time out to enjoy your life a little bit more. And that's exactly what I'm getting here with the Vanity card. And I'm so glad that I took the time to read that. And now for the Quest card. Mrs. Patriot, Mrs. Patriot, the oldest woman in the town of Blue, decides she is ready to set out across the deadly swamp and walk the Navy trail that no one has dared tread before. The wise youngster points out that the swamp has vanished and the path she seeks is already before her. Mrs. Patriot sees that her life is not elsewhere, but is in the here and now. Come on. As Mrs. Patriot travels home, the Navy trail stretches out before her. You may be on a quest that is unnecessary. Allow yourself space for self-discovery. Exactly. So I'm so glad that I knew. Like I said, Father doesn't have me look a fool out here. whenever I sit down in front of this camera and do these readings. Both of these cards touched on something that's came up in your reading before. Now, the Quest card is talking about being in the here and now. Like, you may want to go out on some dangerous journey or keep constantly pushing out onto new and untested waters. But the fact of the matter is that your true path might just be on something safe and secure, Pile 3. You might be putting yourself through unnecessary trouble, investing your energy in things that you don't really need to invest in, things that's not going to yield fruit, when really the only thing you need to do is enjoy what you have now and take the path slow and just really just go on the trail that's being laid out before you. The trail that you don't want to see, or the trail that you don't want to be on because it's kind of slow and leisurely. You might want adventure. You might crave the sudden change and the explosions and the big plot points in life. But really, you're meant to be enjoying the filler right now in Pile 3. You're meant to be enjoying the slow, lazy days, the periods where nothing is happening. That's the path that you're meant to be on right now in Pile 3, and there's no need for you to rush it. Because with your advice card that came out is the Pathless, but it came out in reverse. And I'm going to read you what this card means in reverse. But honestly, it's all about like saying like, yeah, you might be feeling like lost right now because the Pathless is all about difficult decisions and lack of direction. But in reverse, it's about, hey, it's not because, you don't have a sense of like where you want to go. It's not that you don't have a goal in mind. You're lacking direction right now because you're being impulsive. You're doing too much. Literally, Papa, you're just doing too much. You need to relax a little bit more. Let me see. And I'm gonna read the card for you. That's the Vengeance, Shepherd, see over there. The Pathless. Reverse. Let me see. Reversed, the Pathless doesn't lack direction because of stubbornness, rather because of impulsive energy that's driving them in multiple directions at once. You know what you want, but you lack the valuable experience needed to organize and plan how to actually get there. Consider that you might need a little more time before you're in a position to pursue this particular path. It's okay to take it slow, Pile 3. That's your big draw right here. It's okay to take it slow. Take the time out to enjoy your life now, to enjoy the fruits that life is handing you right now. Because right now you're investing your energy, putting too much energy into things that won't be giving you anything back, that won't yield any kind of fruit, that's just destroying yourself mentally. You're doing too much. Pauper, you're doing too much. So it's just time for you to just take a break, relax, and enjoy the filler that life has for you. Because you're meant to be touching grass and just living in the moment, Pile 3. And your spirit guides are really, really encouraging you to do that. So that's your reading, Pile 3. It went a little long, but apparently you guys need to hear it. So if you guys enjoyed this reading, please leave a comment down below. I really appreciate those. Thank you so much for your time and your energy, Pile 3. Please be blessed and have a wonderful day. Bye. Let's see. If you've chosen Pile 4, the Warrior, then this reading is for you. So we'll put the Warrior card to the side because that's going to come into play a little bit later in your reading, Pile 4. But for now, we're going to talk about how this reading works. So for this reading, I asked your spirit guides for a message of love and encouragement. If your card is upright, it's for encouragement. If it's in reverse, it's a little message of love and support. And what's funny enough, Pile 4, is that you're the only Pile that got 2 cards. And you got one in reverse and one upright. So here we go. So your reversal was the first card that I pulled. And you got a change in the wind in reverse. And what this is telling me, Pile 4, is that that right now you need a little bit of love and support with like some changes that's happening in your life. Even the change of reverse and reverse, like even in this deck, is like things are happening and you may not like the things that are happening, but you can't stop the things that are happening. It is exactly what this card is telling you. You have to come to accept the changes that are happening. Whatever is going on in your life right now, and I'm quite sure it might be a tough time or maybe just very uncomfortable. You could be losing something that you like really hold dear, or something that you felt like you worked so hard to build up and it's just kind of crumbling away. And trust me, I know how that feels because things crumbling away is like kind of my life at this point. So I get it. But with this in reverse, your spirit guides are here lending you a little extra love. Like they understand and they sympathize that this is tough. But you have to remember that all the things that are like kind of being erased out your life is for your highest good. And what you might think is your highest good could be vastly different from what your spirit guides know is your highest good. So keep that in mind. Like you might not be able to see it, but remember that the plans of spirit and Father, God, whatever you want to call it, the universe, their plans are always much more higher than you and I can even comprehend or understand. So it's all about really understanding. And upright, they are encouraging you to look for the signs and synchronicities in your life with the serendipity card. The serendipity card is here to let you know like things are going in accordance to the plan. Things are going the way that they're meant to go in your life. No matter how that may look to you, no matter how shitty and chaotic and terrible that might look in your life right now, everything is happening according to plan. It's happening on schedule and happening on time. What you really need to be doing and what they're encouraging you to do is look for your signs and synchronicities. Everyone knows, well, not everyone knows, most people are aware of the way that their spirit guides talk to them. They might be a song that constantly pops up on the radio, seeing a certain type of bird. Everyone gets their own signs and they might learn how to interpret them in their own way. But the fact of the matter is, Pile 4, is that you've been getting signs, synchronicities, like probably out the wazoo from your spirit guides. And that's them letting you know that they're with you, that yeah, this time is tough, but you're not alone. You're not going through it alone, that you're here. And it could also be signs on what it is that you need to do, or what's the action that you might need to take in this moment. But either way, Pile 4, it seems here like, you're going through a rough transition right now, or what you might think is a rough transition. Things might be exiting your life. Things might be crumbling and falling apart. But you really are being encouraged to understand that this is all for your highest good and that everything that's happening is what's meant to happen. Just pay attention to your signs. So let's go into your tarot cards and see what we got here. And when I was seeing your tarot cards, I was like, yep. Yep. The first card you get is the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is one of the cards of a new beginning, of a new physical and material beginning. I think that maybe you could be losing a job, you could be having to change homes. It could be a lot going on right now. And most of it could be like in your physical and your monetary world. Doesn't have to be. But with the Ace of Pentacles here is letting me know that there's a new path being set out for you, a new beginning. And even in my own personal reading today, I got a card about new beginnings. And sometimes we don't want a new beginning. We want to just finish out the path that we're already on. Like we don't want to have to start over or do this or do that. But this is exactly what's happening here. There's going to be new opportunities, or a new opportunity coming your way, Pile 4. And what's happening now, all this destruction, all this change, all this uncomfortableness, all this chaos is clearing the way for a new opportunity to come your way. Something that might be better than what it is that you want or that you're already doing. What's happening now is that everything is being cleared to make way for some new energy, for a new opportunity, for something brand new in your life to come into fruition. The next card that we have is the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords in and of itself is all about something ending. The Ten of Swords is a tragic card. With the Ten of Swords coming out, it's here to tell you that whatever it is that you've been trying to hold on to, because I see here with the Four of Pentacles at the bottom that you are trying to hold on, that you're resisting what's happening, and that's only natural when everything you know is being torn away and kind of crumbling and going away in the dust and the wind. But the Ten of Swords is here to tell you that you need to accept it. Like, something is in fact coming to an end. It's over. It's done. It's not coming back. So whatever this change is that's happening, you need to really realize, Power for you, being encouraged and also being supported by your spirit guides and saying, I know it hurts, but it's honestly truly over. Power 4. It's the end of a cycle. It's the closing of something. Sunset. Like, it is over. It's done. Like, Power 4, it's really, really done. Like, I don't know how else to say this. I don't know what else to say about it except that it's done. It's over. Like, you have to really accept this. Accept it. That there's no chance, there's no wiggle room, there's no workaround around this to try to get anything to happen. If you do find some wiggle room or workaround, you're only prolonging the inevitable here. It's over. Power forward, it's over. You have the Knight of Swords coming out next. With the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, to me, is like, the sword suit is my favorite suit. So with the Knight of Swords here, the Knight of Swords is very intellectual, focused, and driven. And what I'm really getting here is like, this might just be your personality. Powerful. You might be someone that's actually quite intellectual and rational. What you're doing in a tarot card reading, I don't know, but I'm a very intellectual person as well. And look at me, I'm reading tarot. So if you're here, you might have a tendency to rely more on your mind and on logic and on rationale than your intuition. And what you really need to be doing right now, Power 4, is relying on your intuition, having that faith, looking for signs that things are going to be all right, even though what's happening around you rationally is a very scary, very uncomfortable, and very chaotic. I'm really getting here, Power 4, that this whole reading here is just to encourage you to let go, to understand that whatever here is changing, whatever here is moving, is doing so for a higher purpose and for a higher reason. And you kind of need to accept that. You need to accept it, Power 4. Like, you might have a tendency to not do that, to try to rationalize, plan, or find a different way. God knows I do. But whatever is happening, you need to accept it. Just let whatever is crumbling and fading out of your life go, and just just let it. I'm going to pull a chakra wisdom card for you. I feel like you only need one from here. So, let me see. Let me see. No, that was two. I only need one. Here it is. Card that you got was Enlightenment, which is hilarious because the art of letting go is like something that every guru talks about. Being able to understand and let go of certain circumstances. Like, hell, even if you watch Star Wars, that was one of the biggest things for the Jedi, is learning to let go of attachments. Because when you have attachments and those things that you're attached to are starting to fade, you have a tendency to try to do anything in your power to keep it. That's how Anakin went to the dark side and became Darth Vader, holding on to his attachment to Padme. The Enlightenment card is here to tell you, actually, I'll just read it. But the Enlightenment card is here to tell you that what's happening right now is meant to like really increase your wisdom. Like, this reading is to increase your wisdom and your understanding of what's happening in your life here. The opportunity to make an enlightened decision is inherent in the topaz. A journey of true destiny is the vibrational energy here. True destiny being the key word. Regal gold and earthly brown mix to create something spectacular. Your experience will guide others. So let's read the card. Topaz is a renowned spiritual teacher. People travel to hear his wisdom. He is journeying up a mountain to seek private counsel with the great servant when a young boy stops him. The boy asks, if enlightenment is to be found in my own mind, how do I get there? The moment before he disappears into the mist, Topaz replies, through your fears. At this time, your journey is more important than your destination. Remember, if you face fear, you will grow stronger. Relief awaits. So yeah, the path to enlightenment, the reluctant sage, taking time alone to connect, trusting your intuition, needing solitude and time for reflection. This is here to tell you that, yeah, what's happening right now is scary. But the true nugget, the true wisdom here is through your fears and going through whatever is happening in your life right now, powerful. You're being built up to be able to better guide other people in your life, to be more of a wall of wisdom for other people. What's happening to you is, in fact, very, very spiritual, powerful. You may be someone that's very rational, very logical. You might really rely on like logic and stuff like that. But what's happening to you and your life itself might not be dictated by logic at all. You might have a destiny, a true destiny. And everything that's crumbling away is to bring you closer to that true destiny, to wipe away falsehoods, or to like push you through these experiences of having to go through tough times, having to live through fear in order to better increase your understanding so that you can help other people through these times as well. Even though you might be a reluctant sage here, a reluctant spiritual teacher, but there's a calling on your life, powerful. And that's very made abundantly clear with the fact that serendipity even bothered to show up in this reading, letting you know that you have support from your spirit guides. They're not leaving you, they're with you. They are a big part of your life. Even though what's happening is uncomfortable and you might be having a hard time even making a comfortable life for yourself. But the fact of the matter is that all this is meant to lead you towards what your life is truly meant to be. And you might just be a little bit reluctant, being kicking and screaming into your true destiny, or like really just trying to hold on to it. But the fact of the matter is that whatever is being swept away, it's done, it's over, it's not coming back. At least not in this cycle. I mean, like at least not for this cycle. So whatever is being washed away and whatever is being changed, you need to let it go, powerful. Let life current take you, go through the fear of whatever this situation is bringing you, because through that fear is where you'll find your enlightenment, where you'll find your peace, and where you'll find out what all this was happening to you for. Follow your signs and listen to your guides. Now, finally, for your advice card here, you had the warrior, but the warrior came out in reverse. And the warrior in reverse, well, actually, the warrior upright is about perfectionism and burnout. But in reverse, this is about like the tired warrior, the fighter who's who's going on the verge of retirement, who's too old to keep fighting. The reverse warrior tells you like, hey, what's happening is coming to an end. Like, it's truly, honestly over. This whole career of you being a warrior, being a fighter is done. It's over. So now that that's over with, what do you do now? And what's funny is that the advice leaves you with, the card here leaves you with a question. What do you do now? I'm going to read it for you because it's much more it's much more pronounced when it's coming over here, when it's from the book. And mind you, this is a brand new deck, so I'm not as eloquent with it as I should be. So the reverse meaning of the warrior. This is a warrior defeated, a fighter at the end of their illustrious career. They've pushed and pushed until their body and armor is too damaged to continue, and now they're left to wonder, what's next? Something in your life is coming to an end. Where do you go now? Exactly. The Ten of Swords, the change in the wind in reverse, the warrior in reverse. I mean, the Ten of Swords upright, change in the wind reverse, and the warrior in reverse. All points to something in your life is ending. Something that could have been long-standing, something that you probably worked hard on, something that you probably even greatly enjoyed. Who knows, powerful? But you know that whatever is happening is coming to an end. And your spirit guides realize that this is hard for you, that this is something that's probably really important for you, but you have to go through this in order to reach your true destiny, to find out what is really meant for you. And now it's the time for you to think about what's next. Well, if I can't have this, then where can I go? What am I supposed to do? Like, what should I do? And that's why the serendipity card is here, to let you know that there will be signs, synchronicities along the way. Consult your intuition, talk to your spirit guides, and they will help you and they will guide you and tell you what's next or what you're supposed to be doing in this period. Because whatever it is that you're trying to hold on to, that you're trying to prop up and keep going, it's done. It's dead. It's over. But even though that's coming to an end, it's coming to an end so something more beautiful and something even better can take its place. And you should find solace in that, Power 4. That this is happening because you have a high mark on your life. There's something, you're being divinely led and divinely guided into what is truly meant for your life. And you should be happy for that, Power 4. I know it's hard to say that, but I get you and I feel you, Power 4. I feel you deeply and I empathize here. Real heavy. But you have a higher calling on your life, and sometimes you have to go through these kind of moments. So, Power 4, if you enjoyed this reading or if it answered the question or you found it profound, please leave a like and a comment, please. I want to thank you so much for being with me, helping me knock the rust off and to get back into this YouTube thing. So thank you so much for your time and energy, Power 4, and be blessed. Bye.